The recent property boom has sparked a rush of new residential construction projects, with many buyers purchasing off the plan.
SBS Finance editor Ricardo Goncalves joins us now. Ricardo, not everyone is benefiting from the strategy.
Anton, buying property off the plan does have its risks and rewards, but it certainly pays to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, especially with the fine print and sunset clauses. Now, that involves a date by which a contract may be rescinded or cancelled without penalty by either the developer or purchaser if some conditions aren't met. It's meant to protect both parties. This residential development in the inner Sydney suburb of Surrey Hills was to be part of Tara Endy's financial strategy, but now all she has are the plans.
Sounded really positive, and we also weren't in a particular rush to buy something right then, so I knew buying off the plan I had time to save some more money and get the financing together.
2 years ago, she paid a 10% deposit on a 2-bedroom apartment in the building off the plan. 2 months ago, the contract was cancelled.
The letter from the solicitors said that they didn't have the occupation certificate, and therefore, under one of the clauses of the contract, they were rescinding the contract.
That was despite repeated assurances settlement was approaching.
We were told it's a commercial decision, and that was it.
In a statement, developer Samadhi told SBS World News a small number of contracts of sale were rescinded, adding, "We exercised our rights under the contracts of sale and under the law, and that there has to date been no proof or even an allegation that this company did not take all reasonable steps to complete the development prior to sunset date." Over the construction period, property values in the city and the suburb have soared. SQM Research says the median unit price in Surrey Hills has surged 22% since Tara signed a contract in June 2013. But Tara may have stood to gain more. She agreed to pay $890,000. She says a very similar apartment in the building still under construction is up for sale at nearly $1.4 million.
We've missed out on that profit.
Tara went public after it was revealed a different development company owned by Auburn Deputy Mayor Selim Mahaja, who made headlines recently with a lavish wedding, legally reduced the size of apartments under contract at one of its sites. Property expert Margaret Lomas warns off-the-plan purchases aren't for everyone.
An investor really needs to be buying a property that's already there, that they know they can get tenanted straight away, that makes them an income now. Off-the-plan ties them in. It doesn't give them a lot of wiggle room to buy other properties, and you never know what you're really going to get at the end.
But owner-occupiers may benefit.
You might even be able to get a little bit of control over what you end up with in terms of colour scheme and even sometimes room arrangement.
And while there are advantages, apart from potential price gains like tax, stamp duty savings and an extended builder's guarantee on off-the-plan purchases, a lawyer should be employed to tighten contract conditions to protect the buyer. OK, from property to the share market now, which began September on a sour note. For the week, shares closed 4.2% lower. Today, the S&P ASX 200 fell below 5,000 points briefly before recovering to finish 0.25% higher. The Australian dollar still under pressure, buying less than 70 US cents, falling to a fresh 6-year low today. Next week, the key things to watch: retail trade numbers from China and an update on Australia's unemployment rate, which currently stands at 6.3%.